Oh my God, baby Dallas.
Now look at that kid, bro. You couldn't see me at first at all. When they
Oh, so that's a girl doubling him?
yes, bro.
Bro, I would have never guessed, bro. Movie
Yeah.
magic. Please welcome Dallas Dupree Young.
Yo, what's going on? Also, I just want to put this out there. That Cobra Kai gym, there was nothing like it, bro.
Mr. Park,
Bro, it looks so nice, man.
Nothing like it,
face
bro.
each other. Begin.
Oh yeah, you do look a lot taller. You got some of your baby fat's gone too a little bit.
Yeah. It's like I like, I don't know. I started to come into my own body a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. You just let me do all the
Sit down. Next pair.
It's funny too because you can see how my voice is starting to change a little bit.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit his shin one time in that little fight scene, bro. Made of steel, seriously made of steel. I was hurt like that for 3 days.
Dang. He's a real UFC fighter, right?
Yes, he is. Yep.
What's his name one more time? I can't believe I'm forgetting.
Tyron Woodley, bro.
Dude, and you were only like 15?
I was
You're having to
15.
go against the UFC fighter, bro?
I know that it was unbelievable, bro. It was such a good time. Just being able to work with him, he was really cool, and he was just taking it. He was easy with us, and he was making it look so simple. I was like, bro, his movements are different. I connected one time on the shin. And I was like, oh my god, that hurts so much more than I thought. And
Like
yeah,
taking a steel wall.
it was like a steel wall, bro. You can't make it up. It was. That's when I got
Is that the part?
You gotta give me an opening. All you've been doing is sending me in to get pulverized. Screw this, man. I'm done being a punching bag. I said, get off. I got a defective follow.
This was like my second time I really had a conversation with Terry Silver too. Real sit down right here. This was a fun scene to film.
Dude, this set looks so sick.
Unbelievable, bro. They killed it with the season 5 set design was wild.
Your father, he's in the army, right? I bet he's a strong leader. Someone you listen to. My father. My captain.
Dude. Oh, he's so
My
good.
best friend.
Right? I remember Joel with the idea of just
But it was only after
slow push.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it till you pointed it out. Now it's so
it has
subtle.
like a cinematic.
I've seen the best fighters in the
Huge.
valley.
You said Kyler was the leader.
Did I? Or did you assume that?
Ooh.
Got him.
Oh, he's like, I'm ready.
I want you to stop asking me or
I think this
anyone else
last
that
part
question.
was improvised a little bit. The last few lines.
Oh, both of you guys improvised that?
Yeah.
Oh, was it mostly just because they didn't call cut and you just felt like
Yeah. They
Right.
didn't call cut, so it was like needs to add a little something to it. I just was like on spot right there, like, so what do you want me to do? He was like, I want you to
Dude, that's so good because it the way it cuts out of that scene and we cut to, you know, obviously Billy and or Johnny and Kreese, like now you're ending with a cliffhanger of like what's Kenny gonna do? Like the fact that you added that line, it's like
Yeah.
makes you like look forward to when you go back to you guys so much
Literally,
more.
yeah.
That
And
was
then
good, man. Hell yeah.
He gets to the next part with us, and it's like, hey, Kenny actually shows what he's talking about.
Mr. Park, a new strategy, perhaps?
I don't know, Sensei. Might need a new follow.
We need a change in leadership.
You think you can do better?
Yeah, watch me.
Oh, yeah?
Dang.
Ooh!
Oh, you gonna come for the king? You better not miss.
Ooh!
Nah, you're doing that to Kyle is wild. Yeah, that was funny. He said, little kid, come here.
Dude, this is so
Got
good.
Winner!
I remember when Terry Silver was a skinny little kid.
That was
Loaded.
dope.
Dude, that's a sick scene. I feel like up until this point, you it's so like when you first look at Kenny and Silver, it's like how are these two similar? And then that conversation you guys have in the office like really shows like, oh, they really can relate to each other in a lot of ways, you know.
And that's what made
That's
that
sick.
connection a lot more powerful. And that's what made the betrayal a lot more powerful too, because it's like, dang, we connected on a different level. Like, you understood you understood my upbringing, and basically you still were like, nah. First time I like had to kick him, bro. I feel like this is the last time I did something like this. I jumped onto Joe's back and I, did the kick, but I felt like it didn't look good. Not thinking about the fact that like it looks different from a camera's point of view. I was like, nah, we got to do that again. And everybody's like, no! Everyone's like, Dallas, why? And I felt so bad because I was like, I felt like I messed it up.
Oh, you like mid take said, "Oh, we got to do it again."
Yeah. No. That was the last time I did that. And it's funny that I did it season 5. I didn't even do it season 4. Like I had already been on the show for a year, and then I decided to do something like that.
Wow. So like you broke character. You didn't finish the scene, and you were just like, "Oh, that was shit. Like we got to move on." Like
I did the kick, and I said that was terrible. So I felt like it was trash, but everybody was like, "That was great," because like I said, the camera sees something different.
I can relate so much where you watch something back and you're like, "I thought that felt like shit." If it's really that bad, the director will call cut right then and there. Like it's so hard to like stay in it. Wait, you feel like you messed up so bad, but no, dude, it looked great. That's gotta suck. I feel it's better that you learned it on something like that though than like a big stunt. Like a
exactly. And I learned my lesson quick. Didn't do it again.
Yeah.
And Don didn't even get mad at me. He was just like, you don't have to do it. It looks different from the camera. We'll tell you. He was like, trust me. I'll tell you if it's bad. And I was like, all right, we're good. I never did it again.
How is it working with Joe, man? Like you guys riffed off each other so well in this. What I find really interesting about this scene is like, I feel like most fight scenes in Cobra Kai, you maybe have like 1 or 2 lines in it, but this is like equally a fight scene and equally a dialogue scene. You guys have like a lot of dialogue and a lot of choreography. I can't imagine that's got to be a lot going on. Yeah, how was that and like working with Joe and stuff?
Joe is incredible. He's an inspirational dude, man. Like the amount of stories he was able to tell me and just kind of give me more insight about like how to become a better actor. He really like encouraged me to make my own projects and start coming up with that, becoming more innovative in that sense where you come up with your own stuff and have your boys just be in it. Big shout out to Joe. Love him, man. And then being able to work with him right there, it felt easy because we were close. We spent a lot of time with each other during season 5. So all of the moments that you saw, it was very natural, very real. And that's exactly how we were talking there. But it was a lot of dialogue, a lot of fights. So we had to just be ready for the beats. I feel like we were so locked in. We were ready to go.
Did you guys have a lot of prep for this? Because this seems like a very complicated scene, like also jumping off of his back and stuff. Or did you guys split it up into bits too? Because I can't imagine like where you're worrying about lines and then like, oh shit, we got to fight, and then you forget the choreo and then like, what I'm saying? Like, how did that go about filming that?
We did it all the way through, but we did we rehearsed a little bit the day prior, so we only had one day to learn that one. But it wasn't too much going on. From our sense, just a few punches because they were quick. You know how they are. They're quick. Like few punches, few ducks, call it a day. The biggest thing we were focusing on was getting the lines down, getting that timing down when everything happened. When I fall to the ground, I get up. I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing? Yeah. So we filmed all 3 of those scenes like back to back to back.
And then was the office scene with Silver, was that a separate day or was that the same day?
Bro, I think that might have been like 3 weeks later, to be honest.
What?
Yeah.
3 weeks later?
It was like 3 weeks later. It was like they went back to go film something.
Wow, dude. You got I mean, for me, I was pretty fortunate to a lot of what I was shooting was continuity, like in chronological order, but that's tough. You have to know the energy you had. Was that something new you had to work with on this shoot versus prior projects where you have to like remember what's your mindset like?
That was a new struggle that I had to figure out, but that's one of the biggest things that I learned from Cobra Kai that I'll be able to take on other projects if they do work out of order. Going back and rereading the script a lot to make sure that you understand exactly where you were in that other scene, and then being able to implement that into the further scene later on.
Dang, bro, props to you because I would have never guessed that that's 3 weeks apart. That's crazy,
it was
bro.
It was a minute later. I remember that.
Now, ready.
Yo, his mohawk looks so short compared to
It was. I love this part. Oh wait, no, not this.
Ooh. That's good too.
It is.
Ooh.
He makes those type of kicks look so easy. I think it's this part right here. This was like my favorite set of kicks. And this was in the trailer too. I was so happy.
Oh yeah.
Turn around. Hey!
Tornado! Bro, that's hard, man.
Bro, I love that part, bro. This whole fight sequence
That's
real
so
quick
good.
is just smooth.
Ooh.
It's time to uncage the Hawk.
That's the best Hawk moment. I gotta get Jacob to react to that, bro.
All right. The moment you can't
Uh-oh.
beat it. You can't beat it.
Not the silver bullet.
You can't beat this.
Look at the face of determination.
Got him. It's a powerful move, man. You can't beat it. Bro, the amount of people that wanted to talk to me about the silver bullet after this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Bro.
I forgot about that part.
I forgot about that too, I'll be honest. Bro's on the ground dying, and you want to talk about some faux hawk.
That's a good fight, bro. That's one of the best fights I think in the show.
I love that fight sequence, man. Like that was a really fun one to film. I think that was the first time my dad was on set too. Yeah, he got to see that entire thing happen. He was just like, whoa, because he didn't see any of the training, prior to it. He was just accompanying me that day, and then next thing you know, he saw everything. He was like, yo, this is crazy. And like it was just a good fight scene to film. We were locked in. It was 7 a.m, and we were on go mode. I think the tornado kick was my favorite kick of the show.
Bro, that was clean, dude. You can really see how much you've improved from season 4 and 5. Like in that fight in particular, like, bro, you're actually a protege to be busting out those. Like that's like a round kick into tornado kick into a spin hook kick into more beats. Like that's tough, man.
That's what Don and I were talking about. You got to keep evolving. Season 4, Kenny wouldn't have done that season 4 because he wasn't ready for that. But come season 5, okay, we start to amp it up a little bit, and then come season 6, like you try to be one of the best fighters, so you got to amp it up more. We wanted to elevate a little bit more, and that's what we did with that kick.
How is it fighting Jacob? Because Jacob, I mean everyone is amazing in their own ways, but like Jacob definitely stands out when it comes to the fight scenes, man. Like he's so sharp with all of his movements. I wish I got to fight him more, but I didn't get to fight him much. It was like literally 3 beats. How was it fighting him, and how is it different fighting him versus like fighting Tanner? Because they're both really good in their own ways, but like how is it
I feel like when fighting them, Tanner is more like intense about it, and Jacob, he just having so much fun, especially with the training, bro. It's so funny because like my kias in this moment are completely different than my kias any other time. And the reason why my kias are different is simply because I heard him go like sa 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 so much that I naturally started to be like sa sa sa, and then literally that's all you hear me doing. That's not my kia. That's not what I do. He's a little more playful about it, but that's just because of how calm he is. He like knows all of the beats, and he's very prepared and very confident about it. Fighting him, it's really fun. It's fun for both, but Tanner's a lot more intense about it, and Jacob just be having a good time.
He just be chilling. That's funny, bro. Oh my gosh, the difference.
All right, man.
You are so much older, bro.
Now I'm a grown dude. This is crazy.
Next weekend?
That's not
Bro,
even.
I want to know what's in Kenny's milk or his water or what is he having, bro?
Because mind you, this is a year span in the show. I love how they implemented my love for baseball too.
Just need 1 minute. Back off.
How about we talk about the height difference real quick?
Come on, Sean, you know where this is gonna end.
Ooh. Oh, Miguel coming in hot.
Yeah.
Yo.
I can never seem to really beat Miguel.
He's El Serpiente, bro.
Right?
Really?
Dang, bro. Come on, bro. Why are we all aggressive?
Out of my way, Nichols.
But don't worry.
Dude, I'm so jealous you got to fight both of them too. That's crazy.
It matters to me.
Was that It Matters to Me? Was that an ADR?
Yeah.
Oh, tell.
Yep. Dang.
Ooh.
Dang. Get on the ground.
I think this scene in particular is when it was like starting to hit like, yo, season 6 is lit, bro.
Season 6 is lit. Yep. That's when we realized, it's gonna be a good season.
Yo.
I'll tell you something about that scene that not everybody knows. You want to know how cold it was that day?
Oh, dude. Yeah, this is episode 1, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are in January, no?
Yeah. It was about 15 to 20 degrees.
Oh my gosh, bro.
We got out of the van and we were all like, and we were out there for like 3-4 hours. And it was crazy. I felt, bad for the background artists because some of them you got to act like it's summertime, right? Some of them had shorts and tank tops. And I'm like, nah, put them on a jacket or an actual shirt or something. Dude. Nonetheless, it still ended up being a great scene. We had a fun time. And I feel like that's what amped it up even more because we're freezing out here.
Where was this set at? This wasn't at the stages, was it? You guys were at an actual batting cage, no?
Yeah, so it was like a little amusement park, bro. They had a whole setup there, like roller coasters, everything just in the background. Even though we were filming like the arcade scenes too, it was all a part of it.
Was this all in one day, that fight scene?
Yeah, everything was in one day. All of that.
Dang.
Yeah, all of it was in one day. And we started at like 6 in the morning and then ended at like 5, 6 at night. Because once it started to get dark, we were like, we have to end it.
When did you guys learn the fight? Did you guys learn that fight on the day, or did you guys have like a day or two to rehearse?
We had a few days to rehearse. We had like a week to rehearse on that one. So we had a lot of time because I don't think I was filming much prior to that. So me and OK, who plays Sean, we were just working out.
Something that stands out in this whole episode for me is you really don't have that many lines, but you say so much without saying anything in this. Like it's really cool to see because like there's a lot that happens in between last time we saw you, like not just like how much you've changed like physically as a person, but like you can tell out of everyone from season 5 to 6, Kenny's going through the biggest transition because he was like one of the only ones from Cobra Kai. Like he was ride or die Cobra Kai, and then all of a sudden now he's Miyagi-Do, So going from like a cocky character that's the protege to like now he's the new kid and he's like doesn't talk at all. Like how was that process? I'm assuming there was a lot of work you had to do to like play the timeline in your mind of like what happens in between. Plus, this is like what 3 years after you actually shot episode your last time on
3-year break. So the first thing that I did was watch all of season 5 again. I figured out like what Kenny was going through and like why he felt so betrayed. After that, I had conversations with the creators, understanding like how he's feeling into this transition where he feels like he doesn't really belong anywhere. The only one he can trust is his brother, and that's basically it. And yeah, he doesn't talk much, but you know what? It was like you have to find these little moments where you're like trying to decide, like, yo, this was my mentor at first, like with Tanner. Like I really respected him at one point, and now I don't have this like hatred for him like I did in season 5, but I also don't know where we stand. And I feel like that's what I was trying to give off with that energy. Whenever I was like back and forth between him and my brother, trying to figure out the dynamic there. It was just kind of figuring out, where he is in his headspace and playing off of that, the feeling of not belonging anywhere. You have to like try to tap into a moment where I felt like that in my life. And, you just don't know, who to really lean on. And that's basically what Kenny was going through right there. So I tried to play that as much as possible.
When I look back, I was like, he really didn't say much, and that's the hardest thing to do sometimes is when you don't have that many lines and you have to say so much without saying anything. Dude, props to you, bro. That was it was good, bro. Hell yeah.
I just want to put this out. I don't know if everybody knows this, but basically we had filmed in 2024. Nope, 2023 originally. but
Yes.
the writer's strike happened.
Right.
We had a
Yes.
completely different scene. That was me, Sean, Sholo, and Robbie. That was the first fight at a basketball court. Completely different filming. I mean, we went to a whole different set. We went to a spot called Adair Park in Atlanta. We shot a
Wow.
whole entire different sequence for the whole day. All these lines that do not coincide with what was said here. But yeah, that's what we thought was originally going to be the one. But then they said they were going to change that. But the scene with me and my brother was filmed back in 2023. That was not a reshoot because everything in episode 1 was a reshoot, but that.
When you're hitting the bag.
Yes, that was my last scene that I filmed before.
Wow.
Sent us back home to LA.
Wow. That's crazy how the puzzle pieces still ended up fitting so well, even though it was like a completely different script.
Completely different.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember why it was at a basketball court and stuff? Like, do you remember the context of what it was before? So you guys shot it all too?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we shot everything. Yeah, we shot everything.
And then the creators couldn't be on set, right? Because of the writer's strike?
They couldn't. I think that was a big reason too. They didn't have any input.
Yeah.
But the creators were not on set. It was just Abe, who was
DP, director of photography, yeah.
Thank you. Yep. He was basically the director. That's all we had.
Wait, there's no director on set? Separate director?
Was Joel there? I feel like he wasn't there. I think he was
because most of the directors that come onto the show are writers.
Yeah, so I don't think
they're not allowed.
That's
crazy.
So we basically did our own. And it still ended up being a good scene, but yeah, they were like, let's change it up completely. Let's involve the girls.
That's freaking wild, bro. Holy crap! But you think overall, like the reshoots were way better?
Yeah, this worked better than the other one for sure.
Okay, it's so sick seeing you guys all together.
Mm-hmm.
This shot is sick.
They were right to Nate. Nate was locked.
Bro, when I watched this, like, man, because I didn't really know what was gonna happen in this when I was watching it. I was like, yo, Kenny's about to shut up, yo.
That's what we all thought, man. And
you guys are, dude, you were cooking.
Oh yeah, I was moving, but I almost.
Did you actually slip there?
Mm-hmm, and they used that one.
Wow, I mean, dude, it makes it feel way more organic that way,
Yep. I love that shot.
I love this because it looks like it's gonna be between you and Hawk, like a rematch. Dude, just as much as you grew up so much between 5 and 6, like Una grew up a lot too.
Big time, bro. And I didn't realize that until I saw pictures of us, and I was like, whoa.
It must have been so much cardio that day, bro.
A lot.
Oh,
dang.
No!
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. The sound effects are insane, bro.
Hey, open up, please! Please, I gotta go, please! Please, open up!
Please!
Oh, man. Somebody just got their brown belt.
That's the best line of all time, bro.
Oh, dude, old Kenny just came back with that facial expression there. Let's talk about it. That shit was so funny, bro. But this is probably like the only like comedic scene you really had on the show, huh?
Yeah, that was it. Whenever I first found out that I was doing it, I was like, oh my gosh. Because it was like, I'm about to do this in front of all my friends right now.
Oh my gosh.
That's exactly what's about to happen. I had to commit. I was like, if I'm
dude, you committed, all right.
I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I gotta sell it. And from the moment that I'm like running, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get there. And we're doing it. I'm just like, but the best part about it is like the director Sherwin is just in the background. And he's just like, your stomach hurts. He's like yelling, it's going back. Oh my gosh, it's about to happen. Like, no, watch out. No, you're, oh no, it's about to happen now. And then boom. And I'm just doing all the reactions. Like, you don't want anybody to see. You keep turning your head.
You don't want anyone to see.
So,
that's funny, bro.
It was fun to film. I'll tell you that. It was really fun.
Bro, Sherwin's funny, man. Sherwin's one. He always has that microphone. And he's always like walking you through the scene, and it's like, It's hilarious, man.
I mean, it worked out perfectly though. But yeah, and I remember one time, like whenever we finished everything, the next day they didn't want a closer reaction of me, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh, I was like, here we go again.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it
So
was
you had to
done.
do it again.
I had to do it again.
So all of that was it multiple days then? 2, 3 days maybe?
Today,
Out in the forest?
all of it was 3. Actually,
Okay.
all of it might have been 4. To be honest, with you. It might have been that whole week.
Oh wow. What about those running shots when it's like, because those wide shots, it makes sense they were probably like on a tripod or something, but like those tracking shots when it's like in front of you and behind you, did they have a golf cart or something and was it following you?
Literally, like a whole entire rig that was just following
Wow.
us. Yeah, and
Then
then
did you sprint as fast as you could, or did you have to like fake run a little bit when you
we
were
had to
doing
fake
that?
run most of the time.
Right?
Especially when it was in front of you, because obviously it's not gonna move as fast as you. So you gotta wait a
Yeah.
little bit, act like you're going. And obviously
Yeah.
it also makes it look like we're running quick. Behind when it's behind us though, we're running a little bit. We move.
I feel like it almost feels like you're on a treadmill, but you're still moving. Your limbs are moving fast, but then you're moving probably like 50% of the speed that you should be moving. It's
Right?
tough, man.
They are. They are. But hey, we got it done. And it was fun too.
Yeah.
That was fun to film. That was really fun.
And then that moment with Bert at the end is hilarious. You just shoving him aside.
Like, get out the way.
Like, of course it's Bert that was in the porta potty.
Of course it is, man.
Sorry for yelling. Just a lot going on. And I know
It was my first time working with Courtney too.
It's not just about
Yeah, I
you.
was gonna say.
Truth is, I don't know if I could face everyone else again.
Since I started this war, it's on me to end it. Which is why I'm gonna shit my pants.
Your reaction is so good. Like, what the fuck?
Hold on, give me 1
Like,
second.
what the?
Like, yo, you for real? Like,
How long does it take for this stuff to kick in?
I don't know, dude, but you better go because you're gonna want home field advantage for this kind of this.
What a
I love
line.
that line.
We good?
We're good.
Hey,
Oh my god.
friends after all.
Dude, I know fans loved that scene. Like, it filled their hearts so much. Because for me, it did to finally see those two make up. Yo, okay, so that home field advantage line, that feels like something Dallas would say. Not even just Kenny. Like, Dallas would say. Was that was scripted?
That was scripted. They
really?
put it in there. And I was like, that
That's
sounds
so
like something I
good.
would say. I feel like they just started to hear the way I talked as like I
Yeah.
was older, and they were like, start implementing things that he would say.
Mm.
Because I feel like the way I talk in season 6 is so different than the way I talk in season 4. Which that's how
yeah.
it is. You grow up and you change.
How was it working with? Because this is your first time working with Courtney, right?
Yeah.
She's phenomenal, bro. What was it like working with her for the first time?
Man, it was outstanding. First of all, she's so funny. She is a comedic genius. Like the parts we didn't watch it, but like the parts earlier, bro, when she was like trying to stop her from fighting, like she's just hilarious the way that she gets those beats. And
Yeah.
it was like one of the most natural scenes I think I've ever filmed, man, on the show.
Wow.
Just talking to her on that porch was just kind of us having a natural conversation. And it felt real. And it was nighttime, just the vibes were right, and we were just talking and letting out all of our feelings. And both of us were just being like vulnerable in that moment. And I feel like it just made the scene so much better.
No, it for sure plays that way. And I feel like there's a really real feeling there of like, yes, you guys have been on the same show for 3 seasons now, but you've never really had any scenes together. Like, just as much as you and Courtney, I'm sure, have like run into each other, but you probably don't get to interact with each other much. It's just the same as their characters, is like they know of each other, but they don't really get to like sit down. That is a conversation that I think like a lot of people were surprised to see, like you two sharing a scene. But like, was that like a really real feeling where it's like, why do you feel like a familiar person but not at the same time? Is that's kind of what I get.
Exactly what it felt like, bro. It was crazy because it was like we see each other all the time, but we've never worked with each other. I remember even just reading the script and I saw Kenny and Amanda lines, and I was like, huh.
Yeah.
What are they about to do? And I read it and I was like, this makes a lot of sense.
Was all that stuff in front of the house on the porch? Is that all one day?
Yeah, all of it was one.
Even the day scene and the night scene, that's one day.
All of it one.
Wow.
So, yeah, we started in the day and we went all the way until nighttime.
Well, by that time of the year, the sun was setting pretty early, right?
Yes, that was the good thing. So we were done at like 8 o'clock.
Most of the time when you're doing like night scenes, you have like a full on day where it's like you're coming in at like 9 p.m. and you have to mess up your sleep schedule. But like Cobra Kai, they shoot so fast that they'll do both your day scenes and night scenes. Because that's what we did in episode 3 when, you know, Quan and Kreese and all that. And then there's that fight at night. Like that was all in the same day. So they just go, man. They just go.
Yes, they do. They be on no mode all the time.
Because this is a huge moment for you, for Kenny and Anthony. You know, did you and Griffin have those talks going into this? Like, I'm sure you guys knew like the weight of this scene is like it's huge that you guys finally make up after 3 freaking seasons of like bullying each other, you know?
We were just talking about the fact that it was a very impactful moment for the show. We were like, this is gonna be the turning point in our dynamic. And it's like, this is what, you know, we're finally about to be able to show our real friendship after this moment. So let's give it all we got right here. And I feel like, yeah, the conversation, we're just figuring out where we are in that space. And it was just good. It was good to finally be on the same side. I feel like that's how it showed.
Mr. Payne, glad to see you finally made it.
Oh, you turned back into little kitty.
Turn back into
Just
little
to welcome
kid.
you to your rightful place.
No apple box though.
You'd have a much better chance if you were actually on the winning team.
Do you think Kenny's actually considering it in this moment?
Absolutely, no doubt.
Yeah.
Listening to his old mentor, his sensei before anybody else, for sure.
This is hype, bro. I wish I came to set this and watch y'all do this.
This was dope.
Yo. Dude, okay, you can see the difference now. Season 6 and 5, like 5 was lit, but like you can see the. Oh my gosh, bro! Like everyone's so freaking good now.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
You got these real freaking capoeira guys coming in now too. Ooh.
This man Dimitri.
What up? Still Dimitri.
Right?
They will follow.
I love.
What have they done for you? Did you come here
This little moment right here.
Oh, he's locked in.
Then, yep. Yep.
Bro, you got so much swag.
Oh, it's so different. It's completely different since when we started.
Oh.
With the win, Miyagi don't lose to 1-1.
I love this,
They
bro.
win their next match, they advance to the Tournament of Champions. Come on, baby!
Oh my god. Tell us about it, bro.
And that moment, you knew like this was gonna be Kenny's moment to shine. Everything he's ever worked for was leading up to this, to performing the Seikei Teika the way he did. I feel like, yeah, he had his moment of weakness, trying to consider if it was better to go on Terry Silver's side and betray his boys. But at the end of the day, he's grown so much as a character. There's no purpose in that. And he was like, no, I'm going to win for my squad. I'm going to win or I'm going to lose for my squad, though. Because I think that's the best part about it. The creators made it look like he was really considering which side to go on.
Yeah.
Once he I had that breath, I was like, shh, all right, bet, I'm locked. I'm ready.
Yeah. All that is so good because like you can see you hopping in and out from young Kenny to like modern day Kenny, tying it with Robbie's arc as well. It's your guys' arc coming together. Like it's 2 separate, and then it comes together in that moment with Robbie becoming like proving that he's a good leader too. It's just like phenomenal. Was there a conscious fight style change in here? Because I love like the moment you tag in, you're like your hands are up different than how you had them in season 5. Like, other than the batting cage fight, this is like the only time we're seeing Kenny in the ring. Like, I love that you guys are kind of sizing each other up like that. Like, it has like a different rawness that I think we don't see
Too much.
as much in season 5, you know?
Big time. Big time. I feel like from all of the exercises with our other stunt coordinator, Tony, some of the exercises that we did whenever we were just in a group fighting alone, not worrying about any choreography, just basic training. Whenever we do like little moments, figure out little moments to do a, side kick or roundhouse kick, figuring out those little beats. And I was like, I need to implement that into the final fight. Whenever I'm sizing them up, I'm moving around. Instead of just walking around like you're doing anything, size them up, move a little bit, act like you're about to make a move that catches your opponent off guard. The entire shift was like, it was noticeable whenever I was filming, but I didn't really realize it in the moment because I was so like locked in to what we're doing. But I feel like I was the most relaxed I've ever been fighting anybody. And I wanted that to be apparent because I needed everybody to see that Kenny was, at this point, he's elite. He's, one of the better fighters now. He's not the little kid he once was. So I wanted to showcase that. That's what ended up happening.
God, that scene gave me goosebumps every time. And I love this moment. Like that you're like finding it.
That was crazy. That was a crazy trip down memory lane, bro. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
bro. Man, okay, dude. Thank you again so much for coming on here, bro. I mean, I was a fan first and foremost, so I was nerding out the whole time to hear all the behind the scenes stuff. Dude, you freaking killed it as Kenny, man. Like, he's one of the most memorable characters, and like, even though they did you dirty a little bit in season 6, like, you definitely are still a standout, man. Like, how much you've changed from 5 and 6, you brought that to Kenny as well. So that's dope that you were able to like marry the two, because at the end of the day, it's like, it's both you. It's not just Kenny, so it's dope to see that you brought so much of yourself to the role, and the sky's the limit now. You're just taking off now. It's been dope, like, getting to know you. We didn't get to interact at all on camera. So
At all.
gotta happen one day, bro.
I know, bro. Hey, it's gonna happen in the future.
Yeah, dude, thank you, man. I mean, I had to have you. You had to be the first guest because you had me on your stream like what, 2-3 times now or something like that?
Was it twice? One of the, you were on my stream, man. I appreciate you so much for doing that, bro. Of course, I had to pop out of here, man. You know it.
Of course, man. Okay, anyone here watching this, if you haven't watched any of those streams, Dallas, you have them all on your YouTube, right?
Yes, they are. Dallas Dupree Young 21. Yeah, so on TikTok it's Dallas Dupree Young 1, and then on Instagram it's just Dallas Dupree Young.
All right, man, dude. I appreciate you again. Yeah, comment down below your favorite Kenny moments. Do you have any last words for the fans out there or anything?
Hey, much appreciated to y'all, man. I mean, y'all have been here since I came on the show, and y'all just saw me take this trip down memory lane, bro. I appreciate all of y'all love. It's sad that the show has ended, but I hope y'all enjoy season 6, man. And make sure to subscribe to Brandon, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate you again. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.